Hi, my name is Ryan McNally and this is my 9th coaching log on the UCLan Coaching Experience module. I'm going to be focusing on the clear, objective and measures characteristics out of all the characteristics over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and over the next week and a half again. I've been focusing on setting clear objectives and measures. Again, we had a session tonight which I really emphasised that I was trying to set the objective and make everyone aware of it. And I thought this went really well on my behalf. I thought I planned the session in relation to how I was going to deliver the objective, and I thought they really correlated quite efficiently. How I did this, I gave them really quick, simple objectives throughout the session. It helped me deliver them clearly, obviously, but also got the message across to my players really effectively and without delaying, without prohibiting their attention, delaying for too long. So I had them only in for 30 seconds, they were listening, they were gone again, training. They weren't stood there for 2 minutes getting distracted, which I've sometimes noticed in the past. So I've shortened my objective time now, speaking time, and progressing their education by doing this, in my opinion. It's also short to help them, help them remember them. And I'm also questioning them on the objective. For example, I used a question really basic. The objective was 2v1, can we attack fast? And I just said, why do we do this? And I came back with some really good responses of just short statements that I wanted to hear, but it also ingrains that into their memory, like, why are we doing a 2v1? So when they get into a match, or I'm in a 2v1, what am I doing now and why? It's already in their head and they don't have to hear a command from the side or a shout from a parent, which is what I'm trying to develop. Whilst asking them, why do we do this, I'm also linking in other skills, my other characteristics. So I'm reflecting, but I'm also developing my questioning skills, really effective questioning skills, like the previous characteristic that I focused on. I've also tried to hide the objective, just here and there during the session. A reason behind why I do this is I want to let the kids problem solve. I believe problem solvers become better performers as they learn to think on their feet quick, which is what you've got to do in football. I can't stand on the side and shout, turn, pass, shoot. I've got to let them go and play their own game and solve their own problems and situations out on the field. My reasoning behind doing this, it helps me to understand how they define a clear objective. So, for example, I'm asking them at the end, like, what they learnt throughout the session, and they never give long answers at all, because that, in my opinion, that reflects how I've delivered their objectives. Well, my objectives to them, they're reflecting it back to me now. I've given them short, concise objectives, they're delivering it back, and it's really good to see that they're taking it on board, they're integrating it into their memory, and they're starting to develop them skills as well. So it's really good to see. And yeah, they're always kind of to the point. They never go astray with what they're saying, which is what I'm looking for, really. My improvements for the next session, I'm going to try and allow them to work out the objective, but obviously make my session clear. So set out my session so it's blatantly obvious that the objective it's there right in front of them, but I'm not going to tell them too much about it. May give them subtle hints because they're only under sixes. I've got to keep that in mind, but I am going to try and let them work it out for themselves. Like I said before, I really believe in problem solving and enjoying football, so I think it'd be really beneficial to them as well. They can work as a team. You know, I'm letting them I want them to figure out for themselves. That's all. Plus, I'm also going to steer away from giving answers to the kids. I'm more going to promote self-reflection and self-thought. So if they give me an answer or they're stuck, I'll just prompt them with another question. Instead of saying, is it this, is it that, can I say, could it be, or why wouldn't it be? And just lead them down the right path instead of giving them the answer. So I'm trying to look at self-reflection now as well, on my objectives. However, I also find myself setting clear objectives and measures for myself during the session. I want that my key objective of mine every week is that things run on time. So we have short breaks, but efficient breaks, so they get the rest, they get a drink, and it also gives me to set up the right timings and placement for the next part of the session. And like I've mentioned throughout this video, that I like to keep my objectives short and sweet. So that is also an objective of mine. So I'm measuring how long my objectives are, and I like to keep them quick and short. And this is what I'm going to keep trying to progress on week and week for the further few weeks, and kind of see where I end up with it.